Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Mouse Here's Magical Chats. I'm Mary Beth. I'm here with Jess. Hey Jess.
Hi, do you like my flower and garden ears?
Girl, I love them. Wanna why? Because I made
Because you made them. They're
them.
so light. I just want to shout out this is my first time having ones like this that weren't fabric based,
Oh yeah.
and they're so light. We know
Good.
I'm very sensitive to feelings and sensory things. Your ears are so wearable, and you're not paying me to say this. I'm
I
just saying.
know, right?
Because
Always saying such
I
good
just wouldn't
things.
wear them if they were like bothering me. I just can't. Like there's a
Yeah,
point where the
yeah.
sensory stuff just they're really fun.
Yeah, I like them. And I picked those colors because I thought they were kind of Haunted Mansion themed to me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I feel a little like Frida Kahlo. Like I think I would wear these to the Festival of the Arts too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Can't if you tell mine, these ones are my food and wine ears. They have,
ooh.
yeah.
We're
So I guess
covering
we
most
both went
of the
festival.
festivals. Yeah, we just need some Festival of the Holidays.
Yeah, right? We just need all the festivals. But today, what we're here to talk about is Port Orleans French Quarter Hotel. We stayed there this past trip because we were there for the Springtime Surprise Run, which we both crushed and saw all of our favorite people. Ooh,
It crushed me a little. I crushed it and it crushed me also.
that is true. She learned
But I
about
did it.
mobility scooters afterwards.
For science. I have to
Or
try everything.
science. Well, yeah, because we went out super late the next night. The next night, yeah.
I was struggling.
Well, as we all know, I don't do well at night, so I was struggle busing myself.
We needed a two-seater. We needed like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sidecar on the mobility scooter for that night.
That would have been perfect.
It's a good thing those the hot tubs at French Quarter
Oh,
were
I love the hot
serving.
tubs.
So we should
Yes.
talk about the resort because it was
Yes.
needed.
So I suggested French Quarter, one, because I love it. We've stayed there before in the past, but it was race weekend, and I thought it would be really great because it's such a small resort that we didn't have to hobble far to get to anywhere, to food, to our rooms, to
Yep.
pool. Like it's all
Transportation.
just, yeah. But the footprint of that place is the selling point to me, that it's so small and you don't have to worry about things like, or
Hmm.
just traveling distances to get anywhere.
Hmm.
Because like
Yeah,
sometimes like I think about, I stayed at Art of Animation in the Little Mermaid room and it was raining and pouring and I had to go get us breakfast and it was such a long trek. And
it's so
so
far, and then you bring
yeah.
the breakfast back, and then you have to go back for the transportation. And even if
Hmm.
you're doing the Skyliner now that they have that, that's still like it's a lot of extra steps. So I think the fact that it was a race weekend and you're trying to sort of minimize the extra walking that isn't associated with the
Parks or races.
races or the parks, like do what you
Hmm.
want to do in the parks, it makes perfect sense. The other
Yeah.
thing, it's a moderate. So I was joking about the hot tub, but it is one of the things that you get when you move from a value to a moderate is the hot tub. There are not hot tubs at the value resorts, and it can be really hot in Florida. So sometimes people are like, we don't care about that. If you need to soak your aching muscles, you will be very happy it
Hmm.
is there. And in the evenings, sometimes it can be cool depending on what time of year there that you're there. But definitely for like the winter months, and in April, we were like perfectly fine in the hot tubs
Yeah.
during the
And they
cold.
don't like, it's not burning hot tubs. Like
Mhm.
they're warm, but they're not like, you could stay in there longer, I feel like, because it's
Yeah.
just not super hot. And what I found out kind of late in the game was they're open a lot, this one at least was open a
Mm,
lot earlier than the pool. The pool
yeah.
opens at 10. I think this was at 7 or 8 in the morning. So like you
Yeah.
can get time to relax. Like especially right after a race. If you're there like we were for a race, you could go back, change and get into the hot tub like after a race and just like so.
Yeah, because you're definitely back before the hot tub opens. Like if you do a race, it's so early in the morning, you'll
Yeah.
be back. And I think I hadn't thought about that, but because it's in a separate physical space from the pool is closed off. They have it, Disney always has lifeguards, even if it's 20 degrees outside. Like, well, that may be an exaggeration because they would just shut it down. But if the pool is open, there are a lifeguard or multiple lifeguards walking and working, but they don't staff the spa area that way, the hot tub area.
Right.
So it's physically in a different space, so it's open different hours. So pay attention to that if that's important to you at any of the moderates or the deluxe resorts where you'll have those. But small footprint. I also would say this resort, the small footprint and just the vibes. You're in It's
Yes.
meant to be like the French Quarter of New Orleans. They do a really nice, I know it's Disney, like it's Disney theming. You're not actually in New Orleans. I know. I've been to the real one. This isn't that. I get it. But
I think you
it's super
know.
pretty. Yeah, I know. People are like, if I want to go to New Orleans, I'll go to New Orleans. Right. But I want to go to Disney and I want to
Yeah.
resort with like some calm, beautiful theming.
Yeah.
Like I think my kids maybe wouldn't be, I don't know if this one would be like meaningful to them, but the buildings for the resort rooms all have that wrought iron beautiful kind of ironwork outside on the for the balcony
Hmm.
for like the ledges, and they have the cool like street light posts with the fun names. Like there was one of the on the paths that says Rue de Bega, like instead of
Yeah.
Rue, because of French like street
Rue.
names all around. And they have some cool like in the on the pathways they have some tile work with some of the street names and things like I saw in New Orleans.
Yeah, they have
It's
like brick
Disney.
pathways, like
Yeah.
that are supposed to be the street. They also have like horse carriage rides that come
Oh, right.
through, and the buildings are all different colors and
Hmm.
stuff. Like I
It's really
love that.
charming. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very like serene. It's not the because it's also small, there just aren't that many guests there, and it's just quieter. And there is some interesting theming in the pool area. They have these gators that are like playing, they're like doing the Mardi Gras parade, and they have these statues of gators that are like playing
Yes.
instruments like they're a jazz band. And the slide is very fun serpent with like
Like King Triton on it. It
King
looks like
Triton
almost like or a
or it's
similar.
like Poseidon or some, yeah, it's
Oh,
some
you're
like,
probably it's probably like Poseidon, and I'm
but
just
it
making
is
it.
kind of King Triton
Yeah,
looking.
he
I
looks like
just don't think it's actually like Little Mermaid themed. I think it's more the
yeah.
mythology, like kind of reference. But the
I
pool is
feel like
fun and pretty big, and the water was warm. I went swimming. It was nice. I like this resort.
me too. I've gone back to it many, many times. And I do like bringing my kids because they have a great splash pad. It's probably one of the best splash pads, in my opinion. So, and when you're with your kids, like, again, because it's so small, like, you're not dragging them everywhere. Like, go to the bus in the morning is just like footsteps away.
Hmm.
Like, it
While we're
really,
on the kids, you spent some time in the arcade. I haven't actually
mm.
been in this arcade. I have peeked at it. I have taken pictures from the outside, but I haven't been inside. What was your impression of the arcade and like how it compares?
It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like, I think it compares to like Pop Century or something like that.
Cool.
Like, because it goes deep and then like to the side. And I mostly like sat in those massage chairs,
Hmm. My favorite.
but
Jiggle chairs, I
I
think.
was impressed with how much was actually in there, especially because I thought it was going to be super small because the building
Mhm.
looks small and like it's just like the front of it is like the doorway, but because it goes deep and then like around, it
It's
has
like
a
a
lot more.
shotgun, like in New Orleans, the shotgun house. It's long, it goes deep, keeps
Yes.
going. Looks like a
Yeah.
little narrow house, but it keeps going.
It was exactly like that.
One thing that's a little bit small about this resort, the gift shop, the shop
Mm.
that's on this property, there's just the one and it's kind of small. I'm measuring my words a little bit because on this trip they had it kind of sliced in half. They were
Yeah, it
doing
was
some
halved when it's already
remodeling.
small.
Yeah, and so like half was open, and I feel like the other day I went in, the other half was open or something, but
Oh, really?
I did go in for some specific things and they had everything that I needed. So it wasn't an issue that it's small. It just, when you think about like the shop at Jumbo House at Animal Kingdom Lodge, that's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
This is not that. This is
I
a
don't
small
think a
shop.
lot of them have jumbo size ones, though, you
Yeah.
know?
I don't know, like All Star Sports had a huge shop.
Yeah.
Some of them are pretty big, but this still had a good selection of like everything you would need. They had some cold drinks in there if for some reason you need to buy something and the quick service cafeteria space is closed. Like go check. They have like sodas and Celsius, and they had some like cold canned coffee things and different things in there. So it was
Yeah.
handy, but
I went in there, though, to find like t shirts to bring back to my dad, and they didn't. And I
they have
kind of
those
wish I did it when I was out and about.
beignet shirt, and it is smaller on that front. It doesn't have as much of the just Disney
Yes.
like
Like you still have
standard.
all the conveniences you need to like
Yes.
if you needed something to like medically or something like that, those type of things. But yeah, on the getting something to bring back to people, souvenirs, it was lighter on that.
It's light, yeah. I was able to get my French Quarter pin. I'm trying to get a pin for each resort that I've
Oh,
stayed
I
at.
love that.
Yeah, on my pinning on my thing.
I do
I
that for mugs, but I already had a French Quarter mug.
And for French Quarter merch, they have the beignet themed shirts and like mugs, and they have beignet mix. Like they have some of that stuff, but not the just sort of generic Disney stuff as much. But
Yeah. And once
we
it's
can talk about,
fully open, I bet that will fill out more again. Just I still don't think to the extent of some other ones, but yes.
yeah. I don't
Because
know
we
what
were
they're doing in there either with the construction, but we'll see. It
yeah,
might just be they could be doing duct work. Who knows? It may not be like a kind of thing we would notice. It might be
right.
facilities. Who knows? But I
Yeah.
don't think they're
It's
making the
disappointing that
space.
they maybe they're doing something because like they just refurbished those because the last time we were there they were working on it. And then when we came back, the rooms were all refreshed. Which
Yeah, the room. Oh, this is the other thing I should say as we talk about the rooms. At a moderate, you get a ceiling fan. And my middle aged self really appreciates some moving air in the room. I love that ceiling fan. It's worth the upgrade for me, almost more than the hot tub.
that's
That is
funny.
a big benefit that I really notice when I don't have.
You didn't even notice that was a difference between them.
You're not as
Oh.
old as me. Give it another year. Love my ceiling fans now. But the rooms are beautiful and they were really nice before, but you definitely, having seen like the very end of the old theming and the very beginning of the new theming, I love the new theming. They've brought more of the Princess and the Frog touches in. Like you have a little
Mhm.
Tiana, you have a little, and just some of the patterns of the like textiles in the room, I think are really nice. And they've done some nice things with putting like the step in the bathroom. I don't know if you picked up on this. There's a little step
No.
that slides out. That's like a
Oh,
step
I didn't see
stool
it at all.
to the sink, and it's something I noticed because my little kid is short, and it's really helpful to have that access to the sink. And that's a newer thing they're putting in, and they just think of nice touches.
I feel like this is the travel agent in you. You notice all like the cool little things that people might like.
I or I just that's how I try to take notes so I can share with other people because it's the kind of thing I think if you go and stay somewhere and then you go somewhere that hasn't had this refresh, you would notice some of
Mm,
the touches, you would miss them. It's not like you go in and say I need a resort that has this this and this, but I like to tell people like for example, I have a client who usually stays deluxe and they're adding a trip and so they want to like budget friendly than a deluxe.
yes.
And I help them like think about staying somewhere that's been refreshed more recently because the places that haven't, like even though they're great resorts, I feel like you notice some of these little touches. And so like a refreshed moderate won't feel like a big difference compared to one that hasn't been refreshed as recently.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. Like the more you stay, the more you probably notice.
Hmm.
But like non-refresh rooms feel awesome to me too.
I love them all. So
Yeah, I'm at Disney. I'm gonna love it.
yeah.
So another reason why I like this resort is the ferry to Disney Springs. I think that adds a little extra
So
because
convenient.
yeah, it's convenient, and I to me it's like a fun ride. It's not like
Mhm.
getting on a bus where I'm just like this is going to get me to point A to point B. Like the ferry is part of the experience instead,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I'm just like enjoying it. Like I love watching all of the resorts float by and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's just float by. I'm the one floating,
You're
but
floating by
yes,
them.
I'm floating by. But it's relaxing, and I really like that part. The one thing that I want to warn people about is the dinner rush because that the ferry's running all day and you won't notice it until right around dinner time. Everyone's trying to get there, and there's only so much room on a ferry.
Yeah.
And some of them go over to Riverside, but there's waits. So we didn't make the first ferry, and it's, I don't know, like 15 minutes between them, maybe. So we
They're
had,
running really consistently and there are a lot of boats, but they fill up really quickly.
yeah.
So
So just
you just have to
budget
give
your
yourself
time
time.
appropriately. Like we were able to, the person we were with called ahead and like said that we're running behind and they moved our reservation like 15 or half an hour. I can't remember. But yeah, we were behind because we didn't budget appropriately for the dinner time
It was
rush.
busy. Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
a Saturday and
Yeah. Like I needed to think about Disney Springs on a weekend a little bit more than I did. We're just so focused on our races.
yeah. And I will say that is a benefit of staying here though, is like This is a small resort and they don't have a table service restaurant. They have quick service and they have the Jazz Cafe, and we can talk about that, Jazz Lounge, but they don't have a table service restaurant. You can walk over to Port Orleans Riverside and they
Or
have
the
boat
ferry.
rides, or you can take the ferry. But Disney Springs has so much good food. Like there are more restaurants there than I ever can fit in. And it's like a good benefit to staying here if you're planning to go over to Disney Springs. It's handy.
Yeah, agreed. And we did dinner at Enzo's Hideaway,
Hmm.
which was so
Yeah, we
good.
should talk about that sometime. That was
Yeah, we
yummy.
definitely will. So good. But on the other end of food, let's talk beignets. So French Quarter is known for their beignets. Like on other trips, I have gone to like I'll go to Disney Springs and take the ferry over just to get beignets.
So funny.
Yeah, it's an
They're
iconic
better
thing
than
for
the
Japan.
beignets at Tiana's Outpost or whatever it's called. They are. I've had both recently, and the Mickey shaped beignets at French Quarter are the best ones at Disney World.
Why did you think there was a difference?
I mean, the shape is different. The Tiana ones are more just classic beignet shape.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's something about the texture. Like, I feel like the ones at French Quarter are like more pillowy. And it's nice to sit at a proper table with coffee
Yeah.
and
And you're not hot and you're chilling.
yeah. Where the
Yeah.
ones at Magic Kingdom, you're perched and I don't know, there are more birds around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just less,
Birds.
yeah.
Yeah, because this is like right in the entrance to the left when you come in, and our room hadn't been ready. So we both had some work to do. So we were like, we'll open up our laptops and do some work for the day. And we ordered some beignets and sat there and like enjoyed the ambiance and had
Yeah.
beignets while we did some work. It was
That
actually really perfect.
that lobby is they do such a good job. This spot feels very cafe, even though it's like a busy
Hmm.
spot and people are coming and going. They have that fountain in the middle of the
Yeah.
lobby there, and then like all the glass of the entranceway. It's just a really pretty spot and it feels very cafe. Like I do enjoy sitting there. I did it a couple times where I sat and hung out there, and I just find it to be very pleasant.
Agreed. I liked it.
No
Though,
complaints on the food and drink.
nope.
Small Disney complaint about staffing. I think the resort was understaffed last time we were there because I felt so bad because there was one cast member or taking the orders and working like the register and making the drinks. And it was like what the day I was there for that, it was like 8:30 in the morning. It was like the morning rush where everybody's coming through and getting drinks and getting beignets and stuff. And they needed like three people back there and they had one.
Right, because that's where they do specialty coffees, right?
Yeah,
Like so, like
the
more
only
intricate
place.
stuff
Yeah.
on top of the beignets, which everyone wants. So, like you're getting people coming in from other resorts. You're getting people at the resorts that's there because they want to do that. And there was a long line that like kind of went out and into the normal seating for their quick service.
Yeah. It was too bad. And I felt like every time I passed through there was a really long line. I did notice one of the times that was like less of a busy time, it was more the afternoon. They had more people working. So I don't know. There was just something about the staffing that was off. Like the cast member was great. And this is not about them. It's just like they needed more people
Yeah,
working.
just to move it along.
I hope that was just a random thing and not how
Yeah,
they.
I mean, it might have just been that weekend because, like, the food court experience, we had like kind of the same thing, not to
True.
the same extent, I feel like, but there was the coffee area that only had one person over there as well, and then you had ordered a quick service that like took a really long
It
time
was
for
a
some
mobile
reason.
order. I had put in the mobile order when we were coming up, like thinking, I don't know, thinking that was like the smart move to avoid the busy quick service. And it was not at all. It was much, much slower. Like I had done mobile order and you had not, and yours was much faster. And I don't know,
I ended
there's
up just
something about,
grabbing it. Well,
yeah.
I could still, they hadn't started making mine, and I saw the same exact salad right next to me. So I canceled the order and
Oh,
I picked that one up.
that's what it was. We ordered Caesar salads or something.
Yeah, we ordered salads. And when
Yeah.
we got there, I saw that they were already pre made sitting there. And
Yes.
yours was already like saying like being
In
made, I think.
process.
So
Yeah.
you couldn't cancel yours and I could cancel mine.
And all they had, you're right. They're in that middle cold part. All they have to do
Yeah.
is like pick it up, put it in the bag, and so I was picturing I would just like grab it on my way through and it would be paid for and everything. I wouldn't have to wait at the register. But you were faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You
I don't
learned a
know that
lesson
there's
on the
like,
salads. Just grab those.
yeah. And I do love a pre-made chicken Caesar salad at Disney.
Their salads were so good.
There's something like comforting about that for me. That's like my, I don't know. I have to have one when
I
I
had
go
the
to Disney.
Greek
I always
one.
feel like it hits the spot. It's so
Mm.
good.
Yeah, there was something about it. Like salads can sometimes be hit or miss depending, but like I have never had a bad salad there.
I know.
So yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know that there's like a strategy takeaway here. Like this might be just our own
yeah,
experience in
because
this
we've
time,
gone
but
before and it's been fine.
yeah.
It could have just been the weekend, and like they have such like variety of food too that I like this one because like you get the normal quick service, but then they have like New Orleans esque
Yes.
like flavor stuff. They're like I think like jambalaya.
Yep,
They
they
have
had po' boys. Yeah.
which I think is so fun.
They had a salmon on the menu too that was good, and their breakfasts were huge. Yeah. I don't,
Yeah,
nothing, I'm trying to think like nothing super different, but
yeah.
big.
They had the top bowls, the tater tot bowls
Mhm.
for breakfast, where like they put eggs on top and salsa and
They had
avocado. I like
avocado.
those, but
Yeah.
too many tots for me. But like so many tots.
Because remember, I was like, at home, 10 tots is my portion. And they gave you like 40 tots. It was
Yeah,
so many.
there was a lot. It could probably fill up my whole face.
And they're deep fried, where at home they're like air fried or baked. And
Yeah.
I can't eat all these tots because my stomach will be so mad at me. It's like a
Yes.
very bad
So I left some
morning
tots
choice.
behind.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt bad throwing away. It was like throwing away bags of tots every day, but it's like, what do you do? I didn't
Yeah.
choose
Well,
this.
I even asked one day, I'm like, I just want a very small portion of tots. And they still gave me tons of
Yeah,
tots. I was like,
yeah.
all right, that's fine.
The
Just give me
scoop is
all the
scooping.
tots. I just think she thought I needed tots.
Yeah. She's
Like,
like,
you
no,
look
you
like you need to eat some
eat
tots.
up. Yeah.
To transition off of tater tots, I just want to go back over to the hot tub for a minute because I do think this is a hidden gem because I am a hot tub person. We did travel with someone that always thinks she's going to get something from them, but man, I love this little area because it's closed off and there's like the gates and the brick and it
Mm,
like a tree is kind of hanging over a little
yeah.
bit. It feels so chill. And for the most part, kids weren't over there. So I read, I got to like sit in the hot tub and play on my phone. There was a couple times kids came over and it got a little crazy in there, but like overall, like it was a really like secluded area, I thought.
Yeah, it's like this is a really good point because it's this hot tub, the one I went in, because there are two, right?
Are there? I just
There's
went in
only
the
one.
one.
Okay, well, the one we went in, I can be wrong. I look things up before I speak with authority. I'm not speaking with authority right now. The one we were in is like right on the path
Yeah.
physically, but you don't see it at all because it's all like there's all like you said, there's all this greenery and like it's very
Yeah.
obscured. And that's good for two things. Like it's people aren't looking at you, which fine.
Right.
And I'm not distracted by seeing like all the families coming and going to the parks, all the people going by. Like you do feel like you're in a nature-y, like that tree was a really good point.
Yeah.
Like it just feels nice. When I sat out by the pool, I was in the evening one night. I went and sat and I read my book and I like FaceTime my kids. But I picked this spot that I thought would kind of be quiet and secluded. And actually, I ended up inhaling smoke from the smoking area
Oh,
because
yeah.
the back side of the pool kind of like is near where the smoking area is on the other side of the path and just the way the air moved. So props to the hot tub area because it felt like what I was looking for by the pool and sort of like didn't
Yes.
choose well. But
Well, we found that little gem, and that'll be our gem for the future.
yeah, it's a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
So
let's wrap.
who should stay at this resort?
So I definitely think because we were Run Disney participants, definitely this is a number one choice for me, probably for Run Disney because I don't have to walk far. I think this is perfect for couples, which we did that before. We went with our
Yeah.
husbands and did like the couple trip, and it was really nice because we didn't touch on it that much, but there is a jazz club that we've done in the past,
Mhm.
and it's really cool to go as couples, and they have a little bit of different menu than the quick service. Like they have chicken wings that I remember, and they have some different drinks. Like it's
They had
great
hot
for
dips. It's my
couples.
favorite thing. I
Yes,
love a hot dip.
so good. So I
They
do
had good
think,
drinks. They were like the jazz in there was so fun. That was
yeah,
great. Like a
it was
double date.
like Disney themed too.
Yeah,
Like they do Disney songs,
it was
not
fun.
all Disney songs, but like a lot of Disney songs, but like jazzy. It was
Hmm.
great. And it's a much quieter resort. So if that's kind of the vibe you're looking for, this is perfect.
Yeah.
The guests that value atmosphere, which a lot of Disney resorts have this, but man, it just like as soon as you walk in, you are totally immersed, like you're in a different world, like a
Hmm.
very, very clean, like New Orleans area. Like it's just so nice.
I agree.
And for me, anyone who hates long walks to get their breakfast, this is your resort. I did not walk very far at all. We were like right next to the eating area. So I just walked to the end of where our hotel room was, the blocks were, and I'm there. And then, of course, anyone that plans on going to Disney Springs, this is like a good one.
Hmm. And I would
Suggestion,
say
but
if
not
you're
preferred.
driving, well, I'm going to
Mhm.
add to the people who would like it. If you have a rental car, you can park so close to your room. And there are specific buildings where that's a little easier than others, but you can request, they try. And so if you are driving to the parks, like we like this because it's one bus stop and it's easy with the buses, but my husband who always has a rental car, he would like this resort and does like this resort because you can park really close to your room. So it's similar, like you come out of your room and you go get right in your car. Some of the resorts you have to walk
Mhm.
quite a ways to parking, but this is good for drivers, but you definitely don't need to be a driver here. The other thing is it's the smallest moderate, it's the smallest of all the Disney resorts, but if you're looking in the moderate category, some of them are really big and really spread out. This is the opposite of that. So
Mhm.
small and small within the category, with the price category is like a meaningful thing. And I was going to say one more thing. You don't have to pay for preferred at this resort. We stayed preferred this time because that's where there was a promo and it was like cheaper to stay preferred than a standard location. But you really don't need to. A standard location at this resort is great. It's not
Yeah.
far. So you can save some budget. Like you can get into a moderate resort and not feel the pressure of staying in a preferred room because you don't have far to go to the main hub of
Yeah,
things
honestly,
anyway.
they all feel preferred. And they would all be preferred, I think, if you were in one of the larger
Right.
places.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
The footprint of this. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's some good budget reasons it's worth
Yeah.
taking a look at this one.
So who might
Who
not?
wouldn't like this?
Yeah.
If you are not doing a bus, if you are a no bus person like Jason Allen, this is not, and you don't drive, this is not the resort for you because the only transportation at any park is a bus. So this is not your resort if you want Skyliner or boat or walking to a park because that's not happening here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you really want a big elaborate pool, though I have to say this pool is pretty good.
The pool's cool, but there's one pool. So
Yeah.
some people like if you stay at Caribbean Beach, there are multiple pools. There's only one feature pool, but it has multiple slides and maybe you like to go to the other quieter pools. If that's important to you, that's also not happening here. There's no quiet pool. There's one pool. So this
Right.
isn't the spot.
I feel like there's not a lot of reasons you shouldn't stay here, though.
I know. If you really need like multiple sit down restaurants, go to
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom Lodge, go to Wilderness Lodge. Don't stay here.
Yeah.
What else? Lots of activities, but
They have I think they have a fair amount for what they are. Like they did have, what was the activity I was thinking I
the
wanted to do?
tile, there was like a tile mosaic thing or
Yeah.
a painting
It just wasn't
thing.
going to like mix in with our schedule. So it had more than I originally thought. And
Yeah.
they still have like the s'mores and stuff like that. But it's not like, again, like Animal Kingdom Lodge, you can go around and like get beads and make a thing. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff there. Like this has stuff,
Yeah.
just not as much, I would say.
It's a little less like if you were doing a resort only longer stay, this might not be the place, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, yeah. There's just not as
But
much there, I guess, in that aspect. But yeah, I still think that this remains one of my top. Like, it's definitely, I think out of the moderates, it might be my top.
mhm.
Coronado,
Oh, it's
the
so
tower
hard.
rooms also have a place in my heart, so it's really hard to tell.
And
They
I
literally
love the
did like
Little
a
Mermaid
face
rooms
off.
in Trinidad at Caribbean Beach. I don't I the moderates are hard.
I know.
It
Well,
used to
this
be
next trip,
cheaper and
I'm
now
going to be hopefully staying where you're suggesting, right? That's where I'm going to stay at Caribbean Beach,
are
hopefully.
you?
I'm going to
Oh,
Caribbean Beach. You told me to stay somewhere.
you just request Trinidad.
Yeah, is that the new
That's a different
mermaid
episode.
rooms? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, you're right. Moderates are hard. I love them.
It's hard.
Uh,
It's all about, and this just goes to show there's no like best Disney resort. It's about who's going, what you're doing on the trip, the time
yeah,
of year, like how you're going to spend your time. There are so many factors, and it's just like matching the best one for that trip. That's the only
so
best
true.
there
You're
is.
right. Yeah. So French Quarter, atmosphere is fantastic. Newly refurbished rooms,
Hmm.
small size so you can get around easily. Overall, I think it's a win.
And I want to shout out the front desk. We went to the front desk. I don't always go to the front desk when I go to a Disney resort, but we did this time, and the staff were awesome. Like every time I went
Yeah.
there, bell services were amazing and helped me. So I was like ordering Walgreens like pain relief every 20 minutes. It felt like on this trip, and they were awesome. And just the staff was great at this resort. I really
Agreed.
noticed them. And make sure you go in your My Disney Experience app to do cast compliments when you have folks who really go out of their way to make your trip better. Because I felt that at this resort for sure.
Yeah. Agreed. All right. I think we're at the end.
All right. Well, I want to go back. I love this place. It's great. Yeah. Well, we're going to post a bunch of content about this resort. So check out our social media pages from Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. And if you have questions about it, let us know. If you have thoughts about it, say that too. You might have a different perspective than our heart eyes that we're sending at this resort. So we want to hear about it.
All right. We'll see you next time.
See you next week,
Bye.
everybody.